I remember back to the airport at LAX right before I was about to get on a plane to Sydney, and I was freaking out. I mean, I had always wanted to visit Australia, but I had never gone off and done something like this, where I did not know a single person that I would be spending the next 3 weeks with. And it was kind of scary. The first people I met were Morgan and Camille, and we took a million pictures in the airport before we even left the United States. I remember my first conversation with Vance, that he didn't like to fly on planes. I remember sitting next to Olivia on the bus to Featherdale and beginning to learn more about the people on the trip. At Featherdale, it seemed so easy. We barely knew each other's names, but we were already swapping cameras to take each other's picture, laughing at the Tasmanian devil running in circles, and helping one another get over our fears of snakes. In Sydney, I expected to feel homesick, but I began to get to know Sarah Outerkirk, and we would talk every night before we went to bed, and we always looked forward to waking up to hear about Alice's adventures the night before. Slowly, I was getting to know everyone on the trip, and quickly we were all becoming friends. I remember getting to know Camille on our walk through the botanical gardens, and finding myself in Scoobar one night after seeing all of Sydney's Christmas lights. I remember Lindsay's birthday and how it lasted for a week. I remember seeing the bats in Harvey
These
Bay
are
with
bats,
Andres,
by the
and
way.
running out of the water after Wendy got stung by a small jellyfish. By the time we got to LEI, I felt like I was about to go scuba diving with people I'd known for years, people I hoped to actually know for many more years. I remember reef walking with Becca, the party at LEI, and watching Sarah O, Kurt, and Wes dance for hours. And I remember spending Christmas with my new Australian family and singing in a maxi cab on Christmas Eve to a makeshift Christmas CD. I remember trying to make a basket with Morgan and Molly and not even winning Beauty Point. And I remember helping Nicole through Warumba Gorge and listening to everyone laugh as they occasionally fell in. I remember running up to the top of Bulimba Bluff with Olivia, only to find that we were still way behind, swimming in the river to cool off, and buddying up with Alice on our night spotting expedition on our last night in Carnarvon. I remember going to dinner New Year's Eve and dancing in the square after eating at JoJo's. From all this, I think it's clear that my favorite memories of Australia will forever be of the people I experienced it with. Whether we were out hiking, quizzing each other before a test, or laying on the beach, we always had a good time. I think that this trip taught me a lot about myself and the way that I interact with the people around me. I may not be the loudest or the one with the most stories, but I'm always ready to listen, to laugh, and to make a new friend.
You come from a land down under.